So BFDIA 18 just released, and it was certainly an episode. Nah, but in all seriousness, I really liked the episode. I thought it was pretty entertaining. However, since we are reaching who's going to be in the 6th and eventually at the top 5, I decided I wanted to make this video about my placement predictions. Before I get into this video, I want to say that this is entirely my opinion, and if you want to let it sway how you vote, you can, but that is your choice. It is not my choice. It is not my right to control that. However, this may be biased because I am a biased person. We're all biased people. So, I hope you take into consideration my words, and let's begin. In BFDIA 19, Fries would be my pick for getting 6th. Now, while Fries has had a very entertaining run, I feel like after a while his act of just getting others to do his bidding and kind of just trying to sabotage others, it's kind of fallen flat on its face, and we saw that in BFDIA 18. Whenever Fries would try to intervene, everyone would find a way to stop him from doing so. Pointy, Tennis Ball, everybody kind of found a way to just kill him, like Book even, with the latter. I feel like Fries has kind of been outsmarted at this point in the game, and he's not really doing anything to make that stronger. So for 5th is a tough spot, because even Fries I somewhat liked. I mean, he isn't a character I love per se, but he's somewhat entertaining. Personally though, I decided I want Pointy out. Now, this is very controversial. Pointy's a very beloved character, and I understand that people may be appalled by me saying this, but I feel like we need some drama between Pointy and Pin, and they have a bit of a rivalry for an episode, but then something else Pin does ends up getting Pointy eliminated, and it's going to cause some regret within Pin when she thinks about it more, and could be a reason for a lot of change later. And I feel like Pointy being Pointy would kind of let a lot of that go in like IDFB, but it might be a little awkward for a while. But I think Pointy getting out 5th would be a good pledge to his character, making the top 5, as well as just letting him say goodbye. 4th is even harder than 5th. So who do we have left now? We have Needle, Pin, Book, and Tennis Ball. Personally, 4th can go a few ways. However, personally, I think my ideal 4th place would be Book. Now, Book has always had a very strong arc, but I feel like she kind of relies on other characters. For example, I saw a lot of people talking about how she might team up with Pointy in the next episode. And while that may be interesting, it's not something she's doing alone. She seems to always be bouncing off something with someone else. Like Pin, she's always bouncing off that. With Ice Cube and Free Smart, it's always bouncing off that. In BFDIA, at least. I feel like in Teapot, Book is a lot more of her own character. And she's still a good character. No means am I saying she's not. But I feel like 4th might be a fitting spot for her. Now, top 3 is left with Needle, Tennis Ball, and Pin. And I feel like by this point, Pin would likely get out 3rd. Now, I like all 3 of these characters a lot, so it's really hard to pick. But I feel like Pin would get out. I feel like this is mainly due to Pin's regret regarding Pointy, and also I just think that she doesn't have what it takes. She's too hate-filled to win. I feel like eventually they're going to see her turn into this hate machine of sorts. And I don't think the fans are going to like that. They're not going to want to see that in a winner. Someone so hate-filled. Now, for number 2, this may surprise some people. However, after BFDIA 18, I feel like it's best that Tennis Ball gets 2nd place. This is because while I feel Tennis Ball is a strong character, and it's been really interesting seeing him operate and maneuver different situations, trying different scientific aspects and different approaches in general, like, he's just been kind of unlucky at times, but he's had generally good approaches. And I mean, splitting up Pin and Pointy, they were the strongest duo in the game. And although I didn't personally like it because I like Pointy and Pin, I think it was a smart move in universe by Tennis Ball to do that. However, that being said, I think he still lacks some of what would be called a winner, because he's not really his own person. Now, number 1, I would choose Needle, of course, and that's because throughout this season, she's struggled with choosing Free Smart or choosing Woe Bunch before eventually going off on her own after Fry's kicked her out. She's always wanted to win for someone else, and winning for herself is something she's just come to the conclusion to. And I think that is a very strong character trait, and I feel like her winning would boost that character trait as well as still keeping Needle humble enough in later seasons. Needle winning would show that it's most important to be yourself, and I feel like a lot of the voters are going to see that because she's truly being herself and just going for what she wants. She's winning for her. She's not doing it for pin, not doing it for coining, not doing it for tennis ball, not doing it for nickel, not doing it for fries. No one but herself. And I think that is a very strong character trait that will get her the victory in BFDIA in my ideal scenario. As for predictions, it's hard to predict exactly, but I'll likely make another video going more in depth. But I'll talk more in depth in another video about my actual predictions because my predictions don't exactly line up with my ideal situation. For now, I hope you guys liked the video. I know it's short and sweet, but I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless, and I'll see you guys soon for my actual predictions. Toodaloo!